Booyah. Hi, everybody. I'm Ned.
Hey, I'm Thomas here.
Yeah, this is weird. We're in the same room.
We're in the same room because this news is so exciting. I had to drive up to Ned's apartment to share all this news with all of you.
Yeah, we've never spoken into the same microphone before. Hopefully this sounds good.
But the news that we're going to be sharing, which you might have heard in a couple of our previous episodes, but we're shouting out here in a special episode here to make sure that you get all the information that you need. But iCast Fireball is starting a Patreon.
Baba Booey. Yeah, we are. It's launching this Wednesday, which is July. Let me pull up my calendar.
I believe it's July
5th.
July 5th.
Yes, the day after Independence Day. Happy birthday to our Patreon.
With this Patreon, we've gotten a lot of feedback from people emailing us, interacting with us, and so we want to continue that interaction. And so with continuing that interaction, this Patreon will allow us to do it. If you don't know what Patreon is, that's probably a good place to start. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's an opportunity for you to help support the podcast to where we can keep the lights on, essentially.
Yeah, the way that I like to view a Patreon is it's a tip jar with benefits.
Yes.
You appreciate what we are doing as creators, and to help show our appreciation back for you, we're going to give you some cool stuff that the general public doesn't get. So at $1 a month, it's a monthly subscription, by the way. That's probably important to mention.
Yes, definitely important. It's a little bit different from our Ko-fi account where those are one-time donations, which we're not going to be closing that down. If you don't like the monthly subscription part, that is still a viable way to help us out and to help us interact with you as well. But like Ned was saying, our first tier is the $1 a month.
Yeah, and that literally is just a tip jar. If you like what we're doing, you want to slug just one little dollar our way, that's perfectly acceptable. We're grateful for that. But then at the $3 and $5 a month tiers, that's when you start getting some of this special stuff.
Yes, at $3, we have, in our recording since we actually started recording iCast Fireball in 2020, we have a lot of content that we have not put into the podcast because they've been bloopers. They've just been... they've just been bloopers.
Yeah.
And so we, at the $3 tier, you'll get access to these behind-the-scenes content that you wouldn't normally get in the published, polished podcast.
Yeah, Mickey, being the wonderful editor that she is, has been holding on to a bunch of interesting things that are funny, but maybe slow down the flow of the story a little bit. So you'll get to see those. We also want to start recording our improv warm-ups that we do, so that you can start listening to those. And we've discovered that actually when Josh came onto the podcast, he was really enjoying just playing the games with us.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll be able to enjoy those as well along with him.
Absolutely. And then our final tier is the $5 a month, and that is our Discord access that we're going to be having. We're going to be starting an Improv Tabletop. Nope. We're going to be like Improv Tabletop, our sister podcast, which you should go check out. We're going to be starting a Discord for iCast Fireball, and these are Patreon exclusive members.
Yeah, you will be able to be in the same Discord server as us, the cast members. You'll be able to talk to us there. And one thing that I found that's been really cool with the Improv Tabletop Discord is being able to just interact with other fans in that very direct way is really cool.
Yeah, the really cool thing then, what we're really hoping is it will help connect you with a couple other fans or like-minded individuals, really, because something that's really been inspiring of the Improv Tabletop Discord is friends are being made and games are being started from people all the way in Australia. I mean, we've got people jumping on for games, and so it really is a way to help connect people even more.
Yeah, we're really excited to get that going, and we have, we have these 3 tiers that we're launching right now, but we got some other ideas in the tank. You see, me and Thomas here, we have this bad habit where we can't stop thinking about all the cool things we want to do with RPGs.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about doing some cool stuff. That'll be coming later on down the line, probably later in 2023, but we want to just start building a community, see how people are responding to it. And then if we have any additional updates, we will be sure to let you folks know.
Absolutely. And if you want to see maybe any higher tiers or in the Patreon, maybe, I don't know, like a secondary campaign or whatever, things like that, then joining that Discord is going to help us give that feedback to where we know exactly what we should provide for you to make these tiers worthwhile to you. And if you can't afford the Patreon but still want to give your feedback, we got that email. Shoot us the email. Reach out to us on social media. We would love to hear your feedback regardless.
Yeah, and like with our social media, where our handle is iCastFireball20, that's going to be the same thing with our Patreon. It's going to be patreon.com/iCastFireball20. Don't go to just patreon.com/iCastFireball. That's just some dude's personal account. Don't go bother him trying to figure out where you can find bloopers of me and Jacob and Thomas burping a whole bunch and making Mickey really annoyed with us.
Yeah, we just wanted to let everybody know, break down these tiers, and really make you aware of it so that you can share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers. But ultimately, we just look forward to interacting with all of you through Discord and in any way that we can.
So everybody, that's going to be patreon.com/iCastFireball20. We're hoping to interact with some of you guys on the Discord there, and just thanks for being awesome.
Yep.
We knew from the beginning that a Patreon was something we wanted to work towards, but we knew that we wanted to hold off on actually starting a Patreon until there was demand for it.
Yep.
So those of you who have been donating to our Ko-fi, those of you who have been straight up asking us, hey, where's your Patreon? You're the reason why we have had enough inspiration to take this step. And we're very excited to be able to offer this to you guys.
Absolutely. And just, we want to make sure that everything we provide on Patreon is worthwhile. So any sort of feedback that you can give is going to be beneficial for us to make sure that we can provide the content that you guys are looking for.
Yeah. Now, I suppose, how do we end this when we're on the same microphone?
That a good question. I think that's going to be it for us here. You'll still get a regular episode this Wednesday, curated by Mickey there, but I'm Thomas.
I'm Ned.
Let's keep that fire going, and we'll see you all next time.
Booyah.